Quiet on the set. Pick 73.
We are here for a segment and a podcast with Jason Troxel at Bob Rohrman Hyundai in Lafayette, Indiana. What a year 2025 was.
Wow, absolutely was.
I mean, 31% growth over 2024. I think the biggest statistic that we're all really proud of your team for is that it was the first year ever that this store achieved sales efficiency.
Yeah, very cool.
Wow. I think they made a song about this. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Is that what your theme song's been for 2025?
Absolutely.
Every store starts from the bottom at some point.
Sales efficiency, really important metric. Can you go into what that is for maybe some people listening to the podcast
Great
or sitting
question.
at this table who may
Jason,
not
hot
know
take.
what sales efficiency is?
What does sales efficiency
Just
mean?
pretend like I don't know what it means and explain it to
There's
me.
lots of, well, you being the accountant,
Yes.
you should know this.
Bean counter is what we like to call
bean
them.
counter, I'm sorry. But sales efficiency is based off of registrations sold in our PMA, and each manufacturer gives you that number of a goal to hit each year. And looking halfway through the year, Trey and I had a conversation like, we don't have a shot. But we got together, pulled up the bootstraps, and we made it. We slid in. It was the Hail Mary at the end of the fourth quarter, last second, we slid right in. So pretty exciting.
That Purdue Boilermaker hammer down for the last 6 months,
absolutely.
Maybe a little Purdue. I don't know.
And-
I would say no. I can't do that.
Don't
on the
say
podcast.
IU.
I was gonna.
I
do
knew
it.
you were going to.
I was gonna do a little Signetti action.
So what? Was there a moment in time during the year that like
wean.
it shifted? Like, can you point
Yeah,
to?
what
Was it
happened?
like a midway point in the year where you're like, okay, guys, we got to get going, or did it just organically happen? Did you add people? What's the secret?
Well, to be a little old school and go back to the Bob Rohrman days, he'd say, "Whoo, babe, you so far behind you think you in first place."
That's a wake up call.
It is.
Wake up call.
Yeah,
You
better
did that pretty well. I feel like you've heard that multiple times.
Oh, yes.
That's a good question, Jason. How many years have you worked with the Bob Rohrman Auto Group?
After my sabbatical, I would say this will be my
Subway
20th
sabbatical.
year.
20.
Yeah.
Boom. Baby.
Yeah. 20,
time.
actually, 26 will be my 21st
So
year.
yes, he did have a significant amount of time with the only Bob Rohrman.
Yes.
That's why the impressions are so good, because you have
Felt
heard
them firsthand.
Yes.
So you had that moment where it's like, wow, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
When did that hit? Was it truly June? You said 6 months. Was that really the timeline?
Yeah, it's that June, July, Trey and I sat down and we're like, we're behind. What do we need to do to change? What are we going to do different? How do we change the staff? How do we even get the staff there? We came out with a couple different tasks, hiring different people, the right people. That was most important, is finding the right people in the right seats. And we shuffled some guys throughout the whole year. And I tell you what, come September 3rd, we lost our GSM, moved back home, which was a big cog in our machine. And he did a lot. His hands were in a lot. He training, working deals, all that. So as he stepped out, it's kind of like, crap, what do we do now? So we did the little shuffling shell game, and we moved a finance manager out of the finance office, out onto the floor to the desk, and been a great move. So we got to give Mitch some props there. Mitch has kind of held the reins really well there. And then at the same time had another sales manager come in, and that left at the end of October. So then it's like down to one desk guy, bringing a new finance guy to our environment, and who's thrived since he's been here. So like Zach, you and I talked about it not too long ago about working in the business or on the business.
Yeah.
And I had to go to the desk. So since October 31st, I've been the desk manager. And I think I've gotten more gray hair since then. I'll tell you that.
Gray hairs and new Hyundai's
You earned
registered.
those.
Yes. Yes, but we learned to say yes faster.
Yeah.
And just streamline it to make the process here faster. Now, there are those scenarios where it is a little bit longer. Different cases, maybe it's the car isn't here yet, car needs cleaned, whatever it is. But it was pedal to the metal. Let's go. It's time to get it.
Right.
So let me ask you this: that you mentioned several different things. I heard people, I heard process. And then I heard a drastic change, obviously, with you going back to the desk as a GM working in the business. What specifically did you do in the business besides desking deals? I'm sure there's more than I just sold more cars.
Yeah.
What would you contribute? Like the second half of the year is such a drastic increase where you not only hit sales efficiency, like think back to it, you had to go over sales efficiency to catch up. So you had a 150% increase essentially in what you did in the first 6 months.
Yeah.
What do you attribute that to?
Atmosphere, culture, people. It all starts with people because I got to say, and I got to be honest, that first 2 weeks of September, missing that link was, I did sit back and I was like, crap. I'm going to have to step up.
The GSM link.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So as I slide in up here, my attitude wasn't great. So I had to take that day. It was probably 10 days to 2 weeks. I had to take that day finally to look in the mirror and go, it starts with me. Today's the day. We got to go. We got to go and let's move. So stop and being honest with yourself first. That way you're able to be honest with the rest of the team, because the team's going to feed off that negative energy, and they know you're frustrated. Yeah. And I'm one of those guys, you don't see it often, so if you see it on me, you know there's an issue. So I had to change that pretty quick. Once I did, then you could just feel the atmosphere just change. Our culture just started climbing, getting better and better. Having our customers and even our vendors walk in the store going, this is different, and this is cool, and it feels good.
The big M, momentum.
Yes, ride the wave. And I had that conversation with Trey. The standard is the standard.
I love talking standards. I mean,
Trademark,
that's
2026.
why I have a referee jersey on today, is because this afternoon was all about teaching and really encouraging 2026 to be a year that we start with. And this isn't new, but we've revised some standards. We've raised the bar. Can you talk a little bit about, so our followers, if you've seen anything, you probably saw our prediction video that we put out, which was great. You know, you started that video off.
Predictions. Seriously? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
We talk about predictions.
So we talked a little bit about 25. I don't think we're done there, but I just want to kind of tease. You just said standard's the standard. How are you going to elevate the standard in 26?
Yeah.
And, I mean, you are coming off an all-time best. What did you predict?
Oh, gosh. Well, 25% increase on new and a 52% increase on used. Wow. So, to answer Zach's question a little bit from the original podcast, those numbers did include the Genesis numbers, but I'm not worried about the Genesis numbers.
He's not worried about it.
No, we're going to go right by that. No big deal. Yeah. But where we changed it, so beginning of the year, we sat down with each of our salespeople, and 1,408 cars is what the number is.
Yeah.
We have a sales decree that each one of us signed saying that we will uphold our culture, our community, and our consistency. As a matter of fact, that decree is written on our board in the conference room with my signature.
We got to go. This is going
so
mobile.
you got to get a
some
picture of
point.
that before you.
We're on the road, as all of our followers can tell.
What is standard dealership general manager? This is the most important thing we've done all year. It's in the dark room upstairs.
Our first board is always for the most important.
Oh, it's a quote from me. Standard, Trey Stewart Rohrman.
Wow, look at this. This is intense. So this is the actual decree that they signed,
Okay.
that I wrote up there and I signed it.
Austin, can you please read this?
I pledge allegiance to the Lafayette Hyundai. It is the standard. I commit to showing up prepared, focused, and disciplined every day. I will treat every guest as an opportunity, every lead as a responsibility, and every follow-up as a promise kept. I choose process over excuses and discipline over motivation. I will work our CRM. I will know my product. I will sharpen my craft when no one is watching. I commit to protecting our culture, encouraging my teammates, and holding myself accountable first. I commit to serving our community, understanding that trust, reputation, and relationship matter beyond the sale. I commit to consistency, doing the right things daily even when no one is watching. I understand that 1,408 units is built one relationship at a time, one conversation, one test drive, and one great experience. I don't chase numbers. Numbers follow the standard I uphold. Excellence is the expectation. Consistency is the advantage. 1,408 units is the outcome.
Let's Let's go, baby! I'm Jason Troxel, and I support this message.
It is good.
Wow, a lot of things to be able to go back to as well when you notice things are off track.
It's clear if I work here, there's something that's expected of me. It's not just show up, do what I think's important. Like, it's clear that's important to this store. 1408, very clearly communicated. Now let's go downstairs and see if they know 1408.
Ooh, there you go.
Check the number. We're really impressed by the 2026 Creed that you guys all know about and signed. How many total sales in 2026 is on that Creed?
1,408.
He got it. He got it. And you're going to do it. You believe it,
We're
right?
gonna do it. 700 plus on both.
Right.
New and used.
Mitch thinks that's light.
Yeah.
Mitch does think it's
I'm at 1502.
This
My
guy,
calculator.
1502.
this guy just started working here. How many cars did you commit to sell as a store this year in the decree?
208.
Way to go. You nailed it. That's exactly the number. Great
Yeah,
work, man.
appreciate it. Yeah, of course.
2026, expect big things from this division. All right, we're here to definitely make some noise.
We need to check that out. I love that. And that might be a first
So
in the
you
Roman
have-
Auto Group.
Oh yeah, this is
A
the first
Creed.
Bob Roman Hyundai Constitution Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
And
That's
who
big
signed
time.
big? Did you sign the big
I
signature?
signed the big one up on the board. I have them in process right now getting made to where each one of the salespeople that they signed are going to be shrunk down to like wallet size. So they're going to carry them in their pocket every day. Constant reminder.
Putting the target right on the forefront.
Absolutely.
So what are they really committing to? Is it a number? Like, is there a number of cars that they have to sell, or are these more process,
We're not
mindset
chasing,
oriented?
No, we're not chasing a number. Our culture and our standard will move the number.
And then what is, as far as the standard, take us deeper into that. Because I get culture. Like you talked
Yeah.
about the vibes. I think vibes sell cars.
That's your trademark line.
Yes,
Vibes sell cars.
sell cars, balloons, little whatever. So we get that part. But standards.
Balloons.
Yeah.
Standards. How
you
do you
could-
define that?
You could start with culture being I'm going to encourage my brother and uphold
Yeah.
my teammate when he needs to be nudged
Yep.
if he's not carrying his weight. 2, community, I'm going to do the right thing for our community even when people aren't looking. Consistency, we're going to uphold the consistency, and I'm going to make myself better through consistency, through my daily training, my daily one-on-ones, our daily huddles, through each and every salesperson, and through our advisors, our service manager. Everybody here on this team is, if we do anything wrong, we over-communicate, and it's all the time.
Jason, I got to ask this because, again, not being in your store, not knowing it daily. If I just heard the story, Jason Troxel was in the store January through June. Jason Troxel was in the store July through December. The only thing that changed was Jason Troxel's team has momentum. It wouldn't line up. For
Right.
people out there that are going like, okay, so the same guy was at the store beginning and end, like, what do you truly look at and relate back to like, okay, that's what we're taking in momentum and how we're going to keep it going? How do you stay consistent with that standard? Because it is a business. Ebbs and flows. People come, people go. Customers are buying, customers aren't. The economy shifts. How do you keep the standard the standard?
It's daily. And first thing out of the gate every morning is, where are we at? What did we do yesterday? How can we be better than yesterday? That's our main goal. And a lot of times you've seen it when you come into our conference room. There's always something motivational all right up there. And usually it is something to do with being better than yesterday. We had we had to have a mindset shift halfway through the year of going, we can't continue to do the same thing, right? And Trey's good about those reminders of, you did this, how are you going to get to this? So yeah, just those daily reminders, those daily conversations of, okay, we did this yesterday, what's going to be different today? It's just dialing it down to the first pencil or the first conversation with that customer. How do we change that to make it easier for us? Not only us, but the customer. How do we get the customer to say yes faster?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the customer a little bit and how last year, so obviously increasing sales, raising the target, and going out and getting it. Profit margins.
Ooh,
Did they go up?
not much.
And that's okay.
Yes.
Sometimes, and I think that's important here to highlight is like sometimes our business strategy has to change with the market.
I will say this though, going to composite, Zach, our used car profitability, yes,
Sure. Profitability,
yes,
but the profit
New
per
cars
new car sold
went down.
went down.
Yes,
That's important.
yes. When you are chasing a number,
Yep.
or I don't want to say goal because I'm a goal guy, but I'm a standard more than a goal guy.
Expectation. I
Yeah.
would say sales efficiency is a defined expectation from the manufacturer
Yeah.
that they set based on market share and their algorithm.
Population, etc.
Yep.
Yeah. The cool thing for us is going back to your grandpa's age of losing that local customer.
Yeah.
I get frustrated when I'm sitting at a stoplight and there is a Hyundai or a Toyota that has a different dealer name on the back of it.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. And then I asked the question, why? Why is that? So not only did that shift mid-year of let's not only find our local customers and keep them, how are we going to get those customers from the other
Yep.
regions
Surrounding
around
markets.
us? Yeah. And we
Pump in, pump out.
cooked it this year. Yeah.
Let him
Cooked
cook.
it.
Let
yes.
him cook.
It was
Well, let's get into that. Yeah,
There's
okay,
a little
Ezekiel
bit of
Elliott
cook.
over there. Trey, give us the numbers because I know you have them. Like, what does this all mean? We've heard a ton of stuff, and if again you're one of my 7, we grew to 8 non-car automotive listeners. We're up to 8 now, growth. The standard, I got to sign the decree. I want 10 by the end of 2026. 10 non-automotive listeners.
Come on, we got better than that.
What does
That's
all
weak prediction.
What does all of this mean? Like Jason's saying, I sold more cars. What do the numbers actually show? What's the increase? What's that actually look like?
Well, I think the long play is what you're asking here,
Yeah.
right? What is the long-term effect? Well, I think one thing Jason said is you're starting to capture more of the market.
Yeah.
So, the mindset of the store, the execution of the store actually now went out and had their best year of capturing that market.
yeah.
What does that mean to our service and parts department? Service and parts department is 6 months to a year behind.
Yeah.
Right. So that's an exciting, especially Mr. Fixed Ops over here. We're talking about long-term effect.
Yeah.
That is a massive number. And I don't want to take anything away from your service and parts department because they had a great year too.
They did.
And unique promotion that happened in there.
Yeah.
And it absolutely worked. Right.
Yeah.
So I hope they're gearing up for what 2026 could be because, like I said, it was 118 more new cars.
There you go.
118 more new cars in 2025. And I think another thing
Just
is
crazy to think about.
Yeah.
118. We talk about advertising. We talk about the cost of it. That logo on the back of the car and the experience that customer is willing to talk to their neighbors, their friends, their market.
Yeah.
That's the whole perfect storm that we don't really know how to explain or track. But we know there's no better advertising than one of our current owners talking about their experience. So 118 more people are out there
118 talking. To
talking.
friends and family.
Yes.
What are we, 6 people away from the president? What do they say? I think
6 degrees of
6
separation.
degrees.
You're 6 degrees away from anybody.
Thank you for
Oh,
explaining.
you got me
that.
excited. Sorry.
So I don't. Zach, did that kind of answer
got?
a little bit of that?
I think you brought it full circle because that was the number. Like, to understand that you were 118 more cars. This wasn't like, oh, we got 2 over last year. We got to the number. Like, when you hear sales efficiency, for those who aren't in the automotive, like, what does it mean? That's it. It's 118 more vehicles and driveways, tires in outside your home. Like, that's insanity to think about for an increase. And that's where I kind of leaned into that of asking, like, you were here in January through June through December, and you did all that in the second half of it. It sounds a lot like, and Austin, I lean into this, like, what's the next step with fixed ops to have that growth? What's the next stop in getting 118 more on the road? Like, how do you grow that in the fixed operations side? How do you prepare for it? And when do you, Austin, forecast this to be hitting the service lane?
Yeah, I think, the more cars, obviously you have more trade-ins, you're servicing those vehicles, you're servicing the new cars that you're being allocated more of. What this team has unique, promoting Sean from a master technician of 28 years.
Yeah.
He's going to crush me because that's probably not the right number, but a long time. The building had multiple brands in it. I asked him this morning, where were you when the fire happened, at the Lincoln store? He still doesn't have a good alibi, but I
I
digress.
remember that was on Fox News, everybody.
I digress.
If we could find that,
He said he was across
that
the
was
street.
on Fox News, the building
Yeah.
burning
I
down. You were
remember
down the street.
I remember standing across the street and watching.
That's what
You
Sean
didn't
said.
come and try to put it out?
They wouldn't let us. We were over here on the lot.
burn.
He didn't know where
Officials
he'd
made
be.
us go across the street. So
All I'm saying is, neither of you have a great alibi at this point. I'll throw you into it too. But I think Sean, and then with a couple seasoned advisors, the customer recognition.
Yeah.
They're coming in and they're dealing with the same person.
That's a great point.
And that's rare, but you have that at your shop. I mean, there's customers that come in just to see Sean
Yeah.
because over the years he's gotten a relationship with them of knowing that he's their mechanic. Or he comes out and greets customers in the waiting area. And I think that's one of the unique parts of this store. And you talk about owning your community, owning your market. I love it because is this a big store? Not really.
Not really.
But
Looks big.
you have that feel, that
Yeah.
small store
Footprint's
community
huge.
feel where we get to know customers, you get to know the community, and then it spreads into the word of mouth.
It will be a big store when he hits his predictions. This year.
Another
That's
100
right.
I was going to say, from his predictions, he's going to sell well over 1,000 cars this year. That-
1408.
That would bump him up into that category of being
Yeah.
a bigger store.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it a little bit. We're in Lafayette, Indiana.
Yes.
That's our PMA.
Market doesn't matter.
Market matters.
No, it does not.
They can't do anything. It's Toyota.
Predictions, so our market does not matter.
Thankfully, this Zach isn't driving the market conversation
Market does
today.
not matter.
But
Gotta get your mind right.
earlier today, we were looking at October, so
Yeah.
through October of 2025, rolling 12 months. So our manufacturer reporting is always 60 to 90 days behind. I think one thing that's really neat talking about this market is that according to that report, you guys grew more in market share
Yeah.
than any other brand.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So stacking up, we looked at that. That is against any brand.
Yeah.
You guys gained the most market share.
And our brand being flat.
I got that. He's like tapping.
We got to put a Trey tap count on because I told him you got to be careful
Any
not to.
brand.
I said don't tap, and he goes, "Do I tap the table?" I was like,
I don't think I tap.
Was that a tap or was that like a talking?
I don't know. There's a
know.
divot in the table now, but
I couldn't
I
hear
broke
you
my
because
phone.
you were tapping so hard. Anyway,
So
what
back
were we
to
even
the market.
talking about?
The greatest growth. I think that's another
Well, here-
huge
yeah.
number here. The greatest gain in market
you're
share.
nailing it too. And I think Jason, this is
2025.
what we made the comment. 21 years, right, with Rorman. I don't think people realize how long it takes to fix
Oh,
a
gosh.
broken store.
Yeah.
How long have you been at this dealership, this Hyundai store, since this stint as the general
Big.
manager?
Good question.
General manager 2 years. So going
two
back,
full years.
Yeah, 2 full years.
So he's been here 2 full years.
Going back a little bit of talking about Sean, our service manager, we have this conversation every day of, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones is here.
Yeah.
They service their car here, but they won't buy one here.
Isn't that
And I want to
crazy?
meet Mr. and Mrs.
That
Jones.
hurts.
I want to
Yeah.
know why.
That's
And
such
just
good
have that
stuff from a
conversation
GM.
of, this is what's changed since you've purchased your last car. At least give us that conversation next time.
And you know what? Like, if you just want to look at numbers alone, like you miss out on that with
Yeah,
people.
you'll
And like
never see
that's
it.
where I love the idea of this podcast and you giving us the ability to get into like a dealership can go get customers and put dreams in driveways. And from a number standpoint, that's phenomenal. But like from a brand standpoint, to have somebody in the store that's saying like, hey, that's a problem that Mr. and Mrs. Jones don't want to buy here, but service because we're the local option.
Right.
Like the fact that you're willing to get out and shake hands is a non-trackable, non-measurable, invaluable asset. And I think that's what I love, being at a Toyota store and being able to say to somebody like, hey, if you're going to go and buy a Hyundai, I trust Jason.
Yeah.
And like that's what makes the Roman Automotive Group unique is like it is about numbers, it is about production,
It matters.
but it's about driving relationships, awesome experiences, our mission statement, and like kudos to you since you've been back in my relationship building with you. Like I see that daily, and it's not just word vomit; it's actions behind it. And I would argue that that's what your staff sees
Yeah.
with you working in the business versus on the business. They see what done right looks like, and I'm on a soapbox about that. That once people get to see what done right looks like, oh my gosh, the potential's unlimited because I know what the standard
Right.
again is to build off of.
Yeah. I appreciate
cool.
that.
And I think that goes back to the 3 C's of 2026, right?
Yeah.
Culture, community, and consistency.
Oh, I didn't think you were going.
Wow. Freaking nailed it. Even with a head
It's not even
cold,
written down.
I nailed it.
Yeah,
A
not
little
even
brain
written
fog
down.
going
That's
on here. Yeah. Culture, consistency, community.
Some good things happening, and I've told Trey this a lot in the last 2 weeks. 21 years, I don't remember being this excited about a new year, and it's going to be massive. And I can't wait to have this again, so you guys go, oh my gosh, you did it.
I guarantee you, we will be back in a year
Absolutely.
if your predictions come true.
1,408. We'll have balloons, confetti.
Yes.
We'll have everything.
Works for me.
Hold you to it.